Hello gang, YouTubers, on with SpongeBob 101 back here again on the SpongeBob channel. Today we are reviewing SpongeBob Episode 272, SpongeBob's Road to Christmas. It premiered December 10th, 2021. Synopsis: SpongeBob and his pals journey to the North Pole to give Santa a present. I'll be discussing a whole bunch of stuff about this episode, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So first up, we've got the title card here, very wintry themed, very nice, and it's always nice to have a winter themed SpongeBob episode, Christmas themed SpongeBob episode as well. Although I gotta say, I'm not sure how the title really relates to the episode, so perhaps they could have come up with a better name, but then again, I can't really come up with a better name aside from like a gift for Santa. So yeah, I'm not so sure about that, but comment box below, can you guys come up with a better title? Okay, so the first segment of this episode does start off on during the Christmas season in Bikini Bottom, and presumably on Christmas Eve, and SpongeBob actually wants to give Santa a gift. So he puts it at his tree, and Santa does come. He has to shrink himself down, and he accidentally knocks over the gift that was meant for him while placing the gift for SpongeBob. So SpongeBob only realizes 7 months later when he's doing some cleaning and realizes that the box is actually hidden behind the couch. And he then breaks down because Santa's gift is late, right? So this is when Patrick comes in clapping and saying, fantastic, because he thinks it's acting, which I thought was pretty funny. And there's more of this in the episode as well, so that's really nice. Anyways, SpongeBob explains the problem, and they actually decide to go and deliver the gift to Santa at the North Pole. And the means to do it is basically rolling and pushing and shoving each other all the way to the North Pole. Not a very sensible way to travel, if you ask me. But this is when they eventually encounter Plankton. So they crush Plankton as always, what other way to do it, right? And Plankton has a scheme now because he wants to go and access Santa's mainframe computer system and put himself on the nice list so that he will not get like coal for Christmas again. And so he joins them and gives them a ride actually in his little machine or a submarine ski thingy that's shaped like a fishbowl. And of course, this brings awe to both SpongeBob and Patrick, which are very animated in this episode. So they're just fooling around. Designers, they should probably have made it a little bit smaller because there's a whole bunch of unused space right behind the seats. I'm not sure what that is for, but they do take off. And there's this random part where they have the flying machine from, I believe, SpongeBob Could Fly. Putting the balloons with the beach chair. And yeah, SpongeBob doesn't want to reveal what is actually in the gift, and so he locks it away in his own body, which is also a safe, and they go to sleep. The next morning when Plankton awakes, he finds himself a little bit shocked because SpongeBob, and specifically Patrick, is driving the vehicle, right? And not just driving it in any normal way, but specifically crash landing it into a Christmas Land theme park. So yeah, this segment is really funny because of how silly Patrick is. And I have to say, kudos to the writers because I'm so glad that Patrick is, a little bit more innocent and silly and intelligent at the same time. I really like that. Something that was very common in a lot of past SpongeBob episodes, but I felt like that kind of idea was slowly slipping away in favor of the more just pure dumbness kind of thing. But nonetheless, they crash land, smashing right into North Pole, and this really pisses Plankton off a lot because they destroy the GPS system. So SpongeBob and Patrick, they think they've gotten to the North Pole. Very silly, of course. And however, they do encounter someone who looks like Santa. This person, unfortunately, to their shock and disappointment, not really disappointment, but shock, turns out to be Patchy the Pirate. So this is the first time we have had Patchy animated in this way. Of course, we have had the stop motion Patchy as well, but specifically in this style, the first time. And we also see Potty giving Plankton a compass. Patchy gives them a map to help them out since the GPS system is not working. It turns out this is Patchy's side hustle. So I don't know why they couldn't have just had a live action scene here, it would have been so much nicer. But I guess maybe it's a budget issue, or Tom Kenny just didn't want to do the acting. I would have preferred live action here. Anyways, they do eventually make it to the North Pole, and this really hilarious part, there's like ice cubes floating in the mobile here, with Plankton just basically being a ice block. SpongeBob completely frozen, Patrick also completely frozen, and Patrick even goes so far as to use Plankton as a popsicle, which again is also very dumb, but kind of funny. The elves think that SpongeBob and Patrick are there to for Halloween for some reason, even though SpongeBob does explain that they're there to deliver a late gift. And they are turned away with a couple of candy canes. So Plankton, however, does make his way inside, leaving SpongeBob and Patrick outside. And in order to get in, they have two brilliant ideas. SpongeBob's idea is to go down the chimney, and Patrick's idea, man, I really laughed at this, is to literally take a wrecking ball and bulldoze the place. I don't even know where he got the wrecking ball or the crane, but I love that Patrick. Man, I hope we do see more of this random silliness in future episodes as well. And I bet we will. Okay, so meanwhile, Plankton is confronted by the reindeer, do beat him up. And then we flash over to SpongeBob and Patrick, who do find horror room. Unfortunately, this sets off the alarm, and they are now being attacked by the elves. Then the reindeer come in, and they start fighting and all that. And eventually Santa shows up back from Aruba, because the alarm sounded, right? And it turns out, SpongeBob was just innocently trying to get Santa a gift that was late, that was meant for him last Christmas. This is when SpongeBob actually reveals what is in the gift, or at least Santa opens the gift box, right? And it is a paper in a bottle. So Plankton immediately thinks that this is the secret formula and tries to steal it, and he does open him up. He claims he's born to be naughty. And he does open it up, but upon closer inspection, he realizes that is not really what he thought it was. It turns out it was just a thank you letter from SpongeBob to Santa, thanking him for all the happiness that he has brought to all kids and sea creatures. And so, yeah, that's a pretty touching moment. I really liked it. And of course, Patrick is just a happy holidays to me. He's probably drunk on the candy canes there or something like that. So that was really funny. And so the following Christmas, SpongeBob actually gives Plankton a gift. It's a photo of Patrick, SpongeBob, and Plankton back at the Christmasland theme park, saying Merry Christmas to Plankton. One day you will destroy us all. And I thought this was really nice. The picture was cool. The intention was cool. And of course, Plankton takes it in the most diabolical way possible, basically chucking the coal that he has been getting over the Christmas period into his new robot to, burn everyone in the Krusty Krab. Yeah, so rating-wise, I will have to give this a 9 out of 10. I really like this episode, especially Patrick. I feel like the title doesn't really match up with the plot line, but that's just the title. In terms of the whole journey thing, I really liked it. I always like it when they leave Bikini Bottom and adventure somewhere, even for the most simple things, like in this case, just delivering a present to Santa. So the road trip kind of thing, awesome. And also, the trio, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Plankton, I think is really awesome as well. I mean, just off the top of my head, I think the closest type of episode we have had like this is the Grip Patty Caper, or the one where they had to go to retrieve the secret formula that Mr. Krabs locked away in the safe in way far out Townville. And I really liked it. So comment in the box below, what do you guys think about SpongeBob's Road to Christmas? It's a really awesome episode. Love Patrick in this episode. More of the Patrick humor, please. Thank you very much. In terms of animation, I really do like the style. It's still not my favorite. My favorite design for SpongeBob is still, the late 2000s kind of style. I think I'm actually in the minority here, but who thinks that? But yeah, so the style, I'm perfectly fine with it. The only thing I noticed is that the fish bowls now have a opening on the top as well, which is kind of strange. I'm not sure if they just decided to redesign the fish bowl, but it kind of doesn't really make much sense, right? Because then the water just can go like out of the thing if they are just tumbling over or something. So yeah, but regardless, really great episode. And tomorrow, or I think the next day, we will be reviewing episode 271 as well. That just came out on iTunes, so that's great. I will be reviewing that very shortly. Comment box below what you thought of SpongeBob's Road to Christmas. In the comments box below, make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comment, etc. Keep right here on Ultimate SpongeBob 101, and I'll see you guys in the next SpongeBob video. Bye!